Hey G-Fans, GojiFan1993 here, and welcome to another video review. In this review, we will be talking about Jurassic Park: The Lost World, or Jurassic Park 2. And yes, I know I'm wearing glasses. Oh god, yeah, let's not make that the purpose of the video. So anyways, yeah. So, Jurassic Park: The Lost World. This is the second Jurassic Park movie. And this is kind of where a lot of people said that, you know, the Jurassic Park movies were kind of going downhill, but there are some people who do like this movie a lot. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm kind of like, you know, the movie was alright, but there were some things about it that I, you know, was kind of like, wow, it's, you know, that's not as good as the first one. But first of all, we'll start with characters. Now, what I really liked, at least at the beginning of the movie, is that we get a lot of cameos from the first movie. We have, well, actually, what's really cool is that the main character of this movie is actually this doctor guy from the first movie. I don't remember his name, but the guy, you know, the Chaos, and, well, basically Jeff Goldblum's character. And I still like him in this one. I still think he's really cool. The only thing that's a little bit different is that he definitely has a different character like mood than what he was in the first one. He wasn't as like funny or sarcastic. Like in this one, he was very serious, which makes sense because obviously, you know, he dealt with the dinosaurs on the island, so now he's not as funny because this isn't something to be taken, you know, lightly. And also because the doctor, the main founder guy, who founded the whole thing for the dinosaurs and the park and all that, he basically told his girlfriend that to go observe the dinosaurs on this island where they actually call I can't believe he did this, but it's actually Site B. They called it Site B, which is this other place where there's a bunch of dinosaurs, and they wanted a bunch of people to go observe it, including the main character's girlfriend. But anyway, so he goes to I guess the mansion where the doctor is. He meets up with this really asshole, like, kind of British guy, I don't know, but he's kind of like the main bad guy. He's just the guy who's in it for the money, that's all he cares about. And so he's very stereotypical. Like, I didn't really care about him at all or anything like that. But basically he was, you know, he's just saying that, you know, you weren't supposed to say anything about the island. Like, no one from the first movie was supposed to talk about, you know, what happened on the island. Like, they signed something that they can't, you know, say anything. But you know, I guess this British guy lied a little bit, and so I don't know. He just bended the truth and whatever to make him famous or something. I don't know. I didn't really listen during that part. But we do meet the doctor again from the first one, the founder guy who made everything, and then we see the kids again, only for a brief period. They come back. They're kind of grown up, and yeah, you know, they're back. That's cool. But we don't get to see the main character and his girlfriend from the first one. Like, the main character of the first one, he was nowhere in this movie, nor was his girlfriend. So that was kind of interesting. I don't know why they didn't show up. The other characters were new characters that were introduced. Obviously, the Goldblum's girlfriend and also his daughter, which is pretty cool. And then we just get a slew of new characters, you know, to basically be the buffet for the dinosaurs. This, you know, well, I guess I'll move on to the special effects of this movie. The special effects aren't as good as it was in the first one, but I still appreciate the fact that they used the puppets a lot in the, like, close-up shots and whatever, especially the T-Rexes. They used a lot of close-up shots with a lot of puppets. I really, really enjoyed that. And there were some other parts where they used, you know, puppets and animatronics and whatever, but this one had more of an emphasis on CGI, and it wasn't as good CGI, but, you know, whatever. That's it, you know, it's not that big of a deal. You know, it still looked, you know, kind of cool, but it just wasn't as, it just didn't have the best effects like it did with the first one. So yeah, but it also, the problem with this movie as well is that the characters' motives in this movie, like a lot of people are stupid in this movie. There's just a lot of stupidity with these characters. We have, I think Vince Vaughn is the actor's name. His character decides to bring in a Tyrannosaurus Rex one of the babies of a Tyrannosaurus Rex and takes him into like their van with like the satellites, all the scientific whatever, and he takes it in there because it's injured. And Goldblum's girlfriend, who's like really into the dinosaurs, she like tries to, you know, heal the dinosaur and all that. And right from the get-go, when he brought the Tyrannosaurus baby in, I'm like, oh well, great, now the T-Rexes are gonna come and screw all you guys up. And lo and behold, they did, but not one, but it was 2 T-Rexes this time that actually came over and tried to rescue the baby. So like that was a really stupid thing. And there's also just like this one hunter guy, I don't remember his name because I don't know, it's kind of there was a lot of forgettable characters, at least in my opinion, with this movie. But he wanted to get a T-Rex hide. He wanted to like basically have a trophy, so he was like hunting for a T-Rex. You know, his motives were dumb because I don't know why he didn't want to do it or why he wanted to do that. And then one of the biggest things was this is probably the most stupid one. They wanted the big well, basically the main villain guy wanted to create Jurassic Park not on an island, but he wanted to bring it into a city. And I don't remember if it. I believe I watched this movie like a couple days ago, but I believe it was San Francisco that they wanted to bring it in. I think it was San Francisco or San Diego. I don't remember. If it's San Diego, I have Comic-Con in mind. I don't know, but I think it was San Francisco, and they wanted to bring the dinosaurs there in a city. And I'm thinking, well, that's a really stupid idea. Why would you do that? Why all the crap that happened in the first movie? Why would you bring that into a city with, you know, a bigger population? It doesn't make any sense. You know, let alone bring a T-Rex in there. And that's what they try and do. And there's a part at the end of the movie when they actually capture the T-Rex, and I'm thinking to myself, well, this is exactly like King Kong. Like, it is exactly like King Kong at this part. The only difference is, instead of bringing King Kong, well, not King Kong, instead of taking the T-Rex and bringing him for people to see, and then he breaks out and then, you know, creates a rampage. He actually, like, something happens with the transportation, like a boat, because he was bringing on a boat as cargo, and the boat just comes screaming into the harbor and just busts everything, and then the dinosaur pops out, and then he attacks the city. That was a really good scene too, when he attacks the city. That was actually a really funny part. And there's also a really funny joke in that part where you do see like a bunch of Japanese businessmen running from the T-Rex, and they're looking behind, and it kind of looks like a Godzilla movie. I thought they were gonna say a line, like I thought they were gonna say something, but they don't really say anything. I thought they were gonna say something like, you know, oh, this is why I moved from Japan, but I think that's a line from another movie that makes fun of Godzilla. I don't remember. But so, you know, that was a good scene. And something that I really liked was something that was really different. I thought the T-Rex was going to get killed, because usually in monster movies or things like this, when a monster comes on or you know, something that we don't like, you know, comes into a city, usually it'll get killed. Like, well, for instance, Godzilla, King Kong. I bet you, it's been it's been like a way long time since I've seen like Creature from 20,000 Fathoms, but I have a feeling he got killed at the end. I mean, there's so many monsters that, you know, come into a city and get killed. But the T-Rex actually, spoiler alert, for a super old movie, they survived at the end of the movie. The Goldblum's character actually managed to get the dinosaur and his baby, or her baby, not him, back into the cargo of a new ship and take him back into the island. And what they do at the end of the movie, what's really interesting, is that they basically have a new dinosaur island. Like, that Site B gets turned into, like, that's a dinosaur place. No one goes there. That's like a forbidden place for humans to go, because that's full of dinosaurs. So that's really interesting. We basically have made dinosaurs, they are back on Earth pretty much. It's crazy with that. So on the music side, the music was alright. It wasn't as memorable as the first one, obviously, but it does have the theme song. I believe somewhat it starts at the beginning of the movie when Goldblum's character says something like, when he finds out that his girlfriend's on the island, he's like, this isn't an observational mission now, it's a rescue mission or something like that. And then they play the theme song. And then at the somewhere towards the end of the movie, they play the theme as well. But the movie had its own theme going, kind of like its own. I mean, I don't remember because it's not as memorable, but and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with, you know, sequels having their own kind of themes with it too. That's fine. But yeah, so I mean, overall, it's, you know, it's I guess it's not as bad as Nostalgia Critic made it, because I know I watched Nostalgia Critic's review of it, and he definitely ripped it to shreds. But I enjoyed it, but I wasn't as invested in it as I was with the first one. And this is coming from a non-Jurassic Park fan. This is just coming from someone who's watching these movies. So take that with what you will. So yeah, but I still think it was good. But we'll just we'll have to see with the third one. I'm not really excited about the third one because I've heard bad things about Jurassic Park 3. But we'll see when we get there. So yeah, but that's really all I gotta say about the movie. That's my review of Jurassic Park: The Lost World, or Jurassic Park 2, whatever you want to say. And hope you guys enjoyed. So thanks for watching. Stay big, G fans.